Hello student, how are you? I am Arun sir. Welcome to my channel Tuition Expert. Today in this class, I will teach you the derivation of centripetal acceleration. Student, if you watch my video regularly and follow my class attentively, then I can assure you that you must crack the IIT exam and NEET exam confidently with good rank. Now let's start about the class. This derivation is very important and I will teach the three important methods to derive the centripetal acceleration. Now this derivation comes generally in class 11 school exam. So this is very important derivations, centripetal acceleration and tangential velocity, tangential acceleration. So centripetal acceleration is main. What is first we first we learn what is the centripetal acceleration. When a particle rotates in circular path with uniform velocity, suppose particle rotates with uniform angular velocity because it rotates in circular path, so angular velocity comes here. Uniform angular velocity, suppose the particle rotates in uniform angular velocity omega is constant. Now when the particle is hit here, this has a tangential velocity, tangential velocity v, and when the particle is at here, it has a tangential velocity, that is velocity at any point on the circle is along the tangent. So this is the direction of linear velocity, and omega velocity here it has also vector quantity, it has a direction. The direction of omega is along the axial vector, that is if the body rotates in circular path this way, then if we call the fingers along this direction, then the thumb denotes the direction of angular velocity. So angular velocity direction, it has axial vector and direction is along this way. Now what is the centripetal acceleration? So if a body rotates, then with uniform angular velocity, then its tangential acceleration may be zero because magnitude of velocity v, here also v, there is no change of velocity, there is no change of magnitude of velocity, so tangential acceleration is zero. But here magnitude is not changed, but it changes its direction. So as when the particle is at here, direction is this, when the particle is at here, the direction is this. So it changes its direction. So due to the change of direction, centripetal acceleration comes. Due to, so important points, due to change of direction due to change of direction of linear velocity or tangential velocity centripetal acceleration is developed. So when a body rotates with uniform angular velocity, then due to change of its direction of tangential velocity, then due to change of direction of tangential velocity, an acceleration acts towards the center of the circle. This acceleration is called centripetal acceleration. By simple example, I can show this, that how centripetal acceleration comes towards the center due to the change of direction of tangential velocity. Suppose a body rotates in a circular path with uniform angular velocity. Now when the particle is at here, its velocity is this. When the particle is at here, the velocity is in this direction. So velocity remains same, but if we calculate the acceleration, what happens? Acceleration, we know acceleration equal to final velocity minus initial velocity by time taken. If this time taken to come from this point to this point is t, then this is the acceleration. Now v2 equal to what? Final velocity equal to v minus v into I minus v1 initial velocity, that is this direction, equal to vj in vector method by time t. So So magnitude, it has a magnitude, so equal to magnitude equal to root over v by t whole square plus v by t whole square, which is equal to root 2 v by t. Suppose this is an acceleration. Now the now this what is the direction of this acceleration? What is the direction of this acceleration? We will observe that direction of this velocity towards the center. How? Now what is the direction of this vector? This vector is minus I minus j. So minus I is in this direction and minus j is in this direction. So 45 degrees. So 45 degree means this. So this is the direction of acceleration. So this acceleration is towards center. The direction of this acceleration is towards center. So this is the centripetal acceleration. So when the direction of tangential velocity changes, then a acceleration is developed towards the center of the circle. This acceleration is called centripetal acceleration. That is circular motion. Circular motion means it has an acceleration. Circular motion, the body rotates with uniform angular velocity or maybe non-uniform velocity. If the body rotates with uniform angular velocity, then it has a acceleration. It has an acceleration which is centripetal acceleration. So uniform circular motion means it has an acceleration which is centripetal acceleration, no tangential acceleration. So for uniform circular motion, it has an acceleration. That acceleration is only centripetal acceleration. The acceleration is only centripetal acceleration, no tangential acceleration is present. But in non-uniform circular motion, both centripetal and tangential, both acceleration is present. Acceleration both centripetal are present. Okay. So when uniform circular motion, that is circular motion means it has an acceleration. It is uniform. If it is uniform, then it has a centripetal acceleration and no tangential acceleration is present here. And if it has non-uniform circular motion, then it has both centripetal and tangential acceleration, both are present. In 3 methods, I will derive the centripetal acceleration. Which one is better for you? Take this method. Okay. Now, first method, in a circular path. Suppose a body rotates in a circular path. Center of the circle is this. Suppose body is at here A, and after t second, suppose after dt second, the body reaches at here, and the angle produced is d theta. Suppose a particle or body rotates in a circular path with uniform velocity. Velocity is in this direction. Magnitude of the velocity is v always. Velocity means its magnitude and direction. As direction changes, so velocity, we cannot say that velocity is constant, but its speed is constant because magnitude of the velocity is v. So this is constant everywhere. So circular path with uniform speed v of, and it reaches from position A to B in time dt second and makes an angle d theta at center. So you can write this way in school exam. You can write this way: a body rotates in a circular path of radius r with uniform speed v. It reaches from position A to B in time dt seconds, making an angle d theta at center. So when the particle reaches from this to this, it makes an angle d theta. Makes an angle d theta at center. This is center. Now when the particle is at A, here velocity is in this direction. Here the velocity is in this direction, and when the particle is at B, the direction of velocity is in this direction. So now divide this angle into, if this angle is d theta, so this angle is d theta by 2, and also this angle is d theta by 2. Now the velocity is v and v. If we take component along two direction, this and this, if we take the two direction, then this if this angle is d theta by 2, this is 90. So this angle is 90 minus d theta by 2, and this line and this line is 90. This line and this line is 90 degree. So 90 minus d theta by 2, that is here, this is d theta by 2. Now this angle is d theta by 2. Now the component along this is v sin d theta by 2, and this component is v cos d theta by 2. In similar way we can see that we can show that this component is v cos d theta by 2, this component is v cos d theta by 2, and this component is v sin d theta by 2. So suppose a particle reaches from A to B. When the particle is at here, its direction of tangential velocity is in this direction. When it is at here, v is along the tangent. Now resolve this velocity in two directions, horizontal and vertical. So this is d theta, half angle is d theta by 2, 90 minus d theta by 2, this and this is 90, so this angle is d theta by 2. So this is v cos theta, v sin theta, and similar way this is v cos theta, v sin theta. Now what happens? So this time is dt, second. What happens when the particle goes from A to B? That is, there is no change of velocity. When body goes from A to B, there is no change of horizontal velocity. The body has, there is no change of horizontal velocity. No change. Its direction and magnitude both. This is the magnitude and direction, both is same. So change is same. There is no change, and but there is a change of vertical component. This change is due to change of direction, not change in magnitude. So direction is changes. So change of velocity equal to, if we take direction, unit vector is this direction, so this is v sin d theta by 2j vector minus initial is minus v sin d theta by 2 j vector. So this is in final, and this is initial. So change is 2v sin d theta by 2 j. So change is this. Now this change take in time dt. So rate of change of velocity is along vertical direction equal to by dt 2v sin d theta by 2 by dt. As this is the vector j, so this acceleration, this is called acceleration, because rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. As the direction is j, that is towards the center, because we take this is along this direction is unit vector, j is along this direction, so this is towards the center. So the direction of this acceleration is towards center. So this is called centripetal acceleration. What the value comes? This value is, now we take d theta is small, so d theta is very small. So we know if theta is very small, sin theta equal to theta, because sin 0 equal to 0. So if this angle is small, then we can say that sin theta equal to theta. So sin d theta by 2 is d theta by 2, almost d theta by 2. So we put here only d theta by 2, cancel sin. Now, so acceleration equal to magnitude of the acceleration, which is equal to 2v sin d theta by, that is d theta by 2 by dt. Magnitude of j is, if we take the magnitude, then this will vanish. So 2 cancel, 2 cancel. What is the result? V into d theta by dt. So d theta by dt equal to omega. So this is the answer, v into omega. That is speed, value of speed, uniform speed into omega. Omega is angular velocity. Direction is j, that is towards center, and this acceleration towards the center is called centripetal acceleration. So AC has value of v into omega, that is v equal to r omega. Now we v equal to r omega, so v equal to r omega, that is omega square into r. Now if we put omega equal to v by r, this is v square by r. So that's way acceleration equal to this. So in vector method, actually this comes AC equal to omega cross v, omega cross v. This is the, in vector method, omega cross v equal to, omega cross v equal to this, omega cross v equal to this. And in circular motion, direction of omega, in circular motion, angle between omega and v is 90 degree. So that's why it comes only v into omega. If we take the magnitude, so omega square r. This is the derivation of centripetal acceleration in one method. In second method, this direction. Suppose this velocity is v1, this is v2, and the angle between v1 and v2 is theta. Angle between v1 and v2 is theta. Here for uniform speed v1, v2, suppose v. For uniform speed, this magnitude is v. Now the angle between v1 and v2 is this, that is when the particle rotates in circular path, then velocity is along the tangent. Here velocity is along the tangent. So if we, in triangle method, so final velocity v2 and v1, that is if v2 in this direction, v1 in this direction, v2 in this direction and v1 in this direction. So if this angle is theta, then this is, suppose change of v. What is change of v? Change of v is in triangle law. From triangle law we get v1 plus del v equal to v2. This is v2, this is v1. Angle between v1 and v2 is theta. So del v plus del v, from triangle rule we can see that we can show that this plus this equal to this. So del v equal to what? v2 minus v1, Now if we take another triangle which is in the form of position vector r, so if we take the position, suppose when the particle is here, its position vector is r. So if we take position vector r, and when the particle is here, its position vector r in this direction. So this is in this direction. Now the angle between v and r is 90 degree, and this also 90 degree. So v1 and v2, r is perpendicular to v1 and v2 also perpendicular to r. So this will rotate. So angle between this and this also theta. This angle will be same, and because this is r, now this angle and this angle, all the same angle, because this has the both same magnitude and r are also same magnitude. If this angle is theta, then this angle will be 180 minus theta by 2, 180 minus theta by 2. So this also 180 minus theta by 2, 180 minus theta by 2. So both angle are same, both three angle are same, that is these two triangle are similar triangle, two triangle are similar triangle. So we can see that for similar triangle, del v by v, this by this, v2 or v1, del v by v equal to del r by r, del r. So this is called del r by r, del r by r. What is del r? Del r is this is the del r by r. Now v2 or v, so del v by v equal to del r by r. Now if we divide by del t, del r by del t to r, and if we take limit del t tends to 0, then this is acceleration dv by dt. So this is called centripetal acceleration AC. This is the acceleration AC equal to v, and this is the v into v by r, which is equal to v square by r. So that's why we get v square by r, acceleration equal to v square by r. This triangle and this triangle is similar triangle. For similar triangle we can write this by this equal to this by this. If we take this value, that is if we divide del t both side and take limit, then this equal to centripetal acceleration, and this is actually v. So v by r, r is r. Now v by v square by r. So that's why we get acceleration equal to v square by r, Now if v equal to omega r, if we put, then we get v square means omega square r square by r, which is equal to omega square r. So that's why we get acceleration equal to omega square r or v square by r, and in this direction. So we find et unit vector along the tangent, which is equal to unit vector, the magnitude is this one. So if this angle is theta, now this angle is theta, so this angle is 90 minus theta, because this and this is 90 minus theta. So et equal to 1 into cos 90 minus theta or minus I, because this is the tangential vector, unit vector. So component of this is this and this. So this component is minus I direction, and this component is 1 sin j component. So this is equal to minus sin theta I plus cos theta j. So this is the unit vector along tangent. Now unit vector along radius, radial vector er equal to unit vector along radius or radial unit vector now this is er unit vector along radius or radial unit vector, which is equal to 1 cos theta I plus sin theta, this and this direction. So unit vector, radial unit vector is this, which is this component and this component. So e cos theta sin theta j, that is cos theta I plus sin theta j, and et equal to this is very important. Et unit vector along tangent, unit vector along radial, this. So now if suppose P is the point, now what is the OP vector? OP vector equal to record it equal to minus sin theta I plus cos theta j, and E R radial unit vector is cos theta I plus sin theta j. Now what is the point P? And this is R. So OP vector, what is OP vector? OP vector equal to R vector, that is position vector of the point P, we take this is x-axis, y-axis, this is x-axis, or this is y-axis, this is unit vector I, this is unit vector j, and so p is the position vector of that point. The body rotates in this direction, so at a particular point position vector of the body, position vector of the body is r, which is equal to r cos theta I plus r sin theta j, because this is this plus this. Okay, vector from triangle law we get easily the vector r cos theta, this is r cos theta I plus this is r sin theta j. So this is position vector. Now what is the velocity? Velocity equal to any, so if we get the position vector of any point, then if velocity equal to dr by dt, which is equal to r is constant, so cos theta derivative is minus sin theta into d theta by dt I plus cos theta into d theta by dt of j. Okay, you have learned already the derivative, basic derivative. Cos theta derivative is minus sin theta. Now this is the derivative with respect to t, so here d theta by dt extra terms comes here, because dr by dt, because d theta by dt we derive d by dt of cos theta, which is equal to d by d theta of cos theta into d theta by dt, because this variable should be same, this variable should same, so the formula of this is minus sin theta and d theta by dt. That's why d theta by dt. Okay, so that's why in this method this derivation comes. So this is the derivation. Now d theta by dt equal to omega, so omega r minus sin theta I plus cos theta j. So now this is the value of this. Now if we take the magnitude v equal to omega into r, because the magnitude of this is 1, this is 1, so v equal to omega r is proved by this method, v equal to omega r is proved by this method. Now one important thing is that the direction of this, what is this, minus sin theta I plus cos theta j et, so v equal to omega r et, which is along the unit vector along the tangent, so we get also the direction of tangential velocity, that is which is along the tangent, we direct from by calculation, we direct the direction of the velocity. When the body rotates in a circular path, what will be the direction of the velocity, we get by calculation. So this is the direction of the tangent, this is the unit vector along the tangent, so velocity will be directed along the tangent. So from derivation, from mathematical calculation, we get both magnitude and direction. Acceleration equal to, we know, dv by dt, which is equal to, here r is constant, so only variable is omega and theta. First, that is, this is one variable and this is one variable, this is uv, so we know the differentiation of uv, equal to u into dv by dt plus v into du by dt. So we apply this formula of derivation, product rule, that is, you have learned already derivative, product rule of the derivative. So here u, this is as u and this is v, so first d omega dt, suppose this is the derivative of, and this is constant, minus sin theta I plus cos theta j plus when omega is constant, derivative of this, what is the derivative, minus cos theta into d theta by dt I plus cos theta derivative minus sin theta of d theta by dt of j. Now this, so which is equal to r into d omega by dt, Now d omega by dt into this minus sin theta plus cos theta j minus sin theta plus cos theta j equal to et that is unit vector of tangential velocity plus omega into this is d theta by dt is omega. So if we take common omega square minus cos theta minus sin theta, that is minus er. If we take common d theta by dt here, so omega square into this, now this is the result. Now r d omega by dt are equal to actually dv by dt into this minus omega square into omega square r into er. So here we get two component. This is tangential acceleration at, and this is centripetal acceleration. So if a body rotates in a circular path, it has two acceleration. One is centripetal acceleration, another is tangential acceleration at. Now if body rotates with constant speed, dv by dt equal to 0. If v is constant, then dv by dt equal to 0, that tangential acceleration is 0, that is AC, only AC is present. Now what is the centripetal acceleration? Magnitude of centripetal acceleration equal to this is the centripetal acceleration equal to omega square into r, that is this is unit vector, magnitude is this. Now we get also the direction of centripetal acceleration minus er. What is the vector? What is the direction of this vector? This direction of this vector along this direction. This is the er vector is in this direction, and minus er is in this direction. So towards the center, it has the direction towards center. So centripetal has the direction towards the center, and magnitude is this. So AC equal to v square by r. If we put v equal to omega r, then omega equal to v by r, g square by r. We get the magnitude and direction both from this mathematical calculation. Student, this is the end of the class today. To get such type of video, subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you.